Good afternoon. Oh my goodness, decaf version, so delicious. Oh, so good. So I was late today because I woke up with this terrible sore throat this morning and I had no voice and I just didn't feel well. And I didn't want to just give you a sickness message, so I decided if we were going to have coffee, it had to be later in the day. So now I've slept most of the day and I feel rejuvenated and refreshed. But I want to talk about being honest with yourself. Because last night I wanted to surprise someone and go to a charity event, but I was really too sick. But for me, to admit that I'm sick is like the worst thing in the world. I feel like you should just push through it. You should go to work even if you're sick. You should keep on going even if you're sick. I hate to be sick. When I had cancer and I had all the treatments at the hospital, I never got undressed because I couldn't get into pajamas or those gowns because that meant that I was sick and I couldn't admit to myself or anybody else that I was sick. So I stayed dressed, mainly in a business suit. I bought like cancer shirts so that they could put all the wiring in, but I didn't have to get undressed. I played this little game with myself. But what I want to talk about today even more, that game was successful for me, is about being honest with yourself without beating yourself up. For me, when I'm honest with myself, what it usually means is I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not this enough, I should have done this, I could have done that, I should have been this, I should have been that. When I'm honest with myself, instead of it being honest, because honest is a relative concept, what it is for me is just an opportunity to like berate myself with judgments. Because for some reason, when I feel like I'm being honest, I'm being judgmental. And what I'm going to work on right now, starting today, over this coffee time, is to learn how to be honest with myself and say, I did the best I could, or next time I can do better, instead of just turning it into an abusive, downward spiral of negative thinking and feeling bad about myself. My new book is called Buying Confidence on a Self-Doubt Budget, with a foreword by Dr. Sherry Bernier. And I'm learning so much about myself, my self-doubt, and really exploring how it really interferes with my confidence. I'm confident in many areas of my life, and in other areas very, very insecure. I'm very sensitive, I take things personally, and that all affects my confidence. And when I started doing the exercises in my book, I just broke down crying. All I've been doing for weeks now is crying, because as I'm uncovering the layers of all the things I told myself, all the things I believe about myself, all the old messages, it just makes me cry. The good news is I feel like it's kind of like an onion, and I hope that people benefit from my book as much as I'm benefiting from my book. But I think what's really, really important is that when you feel that you're being honest with yourself, I want you to separate it to being honest and just reviewing what happened as an observer of what happened, or being honest with an opinion that makes you abusive to yourself. I don't think it's helpful to be abusive to yourself. I don't think it's helpful for me to be abusive to myself. I think I need to redefine what honesty means to me and look at it from a neutral perspective where everybody wins, because I grow from the experience, I feel good about it, and I told myself the truth. And the truth is not always a limiting belief or a negative or shoulda, coulda, woulda. And this is a hard lesson for me to learn, but I hope I'm learning it slowly but surely. This was a great decaf cup of coffee for me, a great break in the day. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.